So the next thing that is popping in the news, I don't know if there's something in the water or what it is, but it seems as if Jamaican men, the younger youth, younger generation specifically, they become psycho, they become jealous, they become obsessive, they become girlful, what we call PUSSY, watchman. And this was evident a couple of days ago, Monday or so, at about 10 a.m., where it is said that a young man, 26-year-old Navarro Daly, it seems as if him and his woman had some sorts of argument, some sorts of misunderstanding, and she decided that, listen, I have had enough of your ABUSE. I am going to give you the pink slip. I am going to exit stage left out of this relationship. It seems as if little Navarro was not having it, so he decided to do something that did not make any sense and would come back to haunt him. He decided that he was going to prevent this young lady, 22-year-old, from leaving his premises. So he decided that he was going to tie her up like some sorts of goat. As a matter of fact, better yet, he hog-tied her, meaning hand, foot, round the waist, all sorts of stuff. This was maybe about 10, 11 in the morning. She eventually escaped at about 5, 6. So therefore, 6 hours or so window, she escaped. And she ran to the nearest post station and she made a report. This happened on Monday. He was arrested on Wednesday. 2 days later, based on the information that is out there, he was charged for false imprisonment. That means that you hold somebody under duress. They did not agree to stay at your premises. Now, people, when you hear stuff like this, luckily this lady escaped. I am going to assume that this lady was in this house, probably can't breathe. He probably suffocated her mouth, not knowing that she could suffocate and lose her life. I am assuming this youth is unstable, so therefore, more than likely, the house that she was left in, she did not get any sorts of IV to make sure that she was properly she got proper nutrients, She did not get any sorts of AC. That means that she was probably hot and sweating out her pores. She could have actually DIED. He could have actually gotten a bigger charge if this lady did not have the skill set to escape. Now, when you hear stuff like this, it is obvious that this youth was not a Cub Scout, or if he was, he missed out on a portion of his course in which he learned how to tie a rope. Luckily for this lady, because she escaped, she might have ended up in some sorts of bad predicaments. Now, my recommendation to young ladies out there, I know that a lot of you, new generation, when you have on a man, when I said to yourself, well, if him clad me up, if him shout at me, if him abuse me verbally, physically, if him tie me up like some sorts of goat in the house or hog tie me, that means that him love me. He does not want me to share the proceeds of the poem with other person or see any other person. He does not want me to leave, so therefore this must be love. Well, people or ladies, I am here to tell you that that is the polar opposites. If you're in any sort of relationship like this, it usually does not get any sorts of better until or unless there is professional help involved. He usually gets from bad to worse. So when he starts clotting up, that is going to be advanced, and then he is going to probably KILLU in the future. He does not want you to leave. He cannot face any sort of rejection. This is what psycho that don't know how to control themselves, that are obsessive and very jealous do. So therefore, when you get a chance, make sure that you run for your life. The life that you save might be your own. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, is it coincidence or is there some sorts of link? We know that a couple of days ago there was a big siege in a Caribbean estate, gated community in which a husband and wife works at Beryllium were busted with mucho dinero, meaning 100 million total, including pounds, including US dollar, the greenback them call it. Fast forward maybe about 24 to 48 hours afterwards, a man 34-year-old Bjorn Moore, said to be from Montego Bay. He was caught up in a Portmore Pines. If you know anything about Portmore St. Catherine, you know that Portmore Pines and also Caribbean Estate, not going to say the same vicinity, but it is pretty close. Based on the information, this man was sprayed up by some assailants that took with themselves. When the popo come, they found him. He was in a BLOODYMS, a pool of his own red. Take it to the hospital. Too late was the call. Now when people hear this, and you do the law of possibility and probability, and you say to yourself, nah man, it seems as if something into something. This seems more than coincidental, and I am going to explain. This man is from Montego Bay. Montego Bay is the epicenter of the Chapri, or where it all started. This man works for Beryllium. This man lost his life in a Portmore. The other bus seizure was in Portmore. These people that was locked up in a Portmore Caribbean Estate, it was for lottery scamming. So when we do the maths, components, what seems the same, lottery scamming, Montego Bay, Beryllium, something in a something. It cannot be coincidental. Whatever the case is, one get busted, or one set get busted, one set lost his life. Now it is obvious that a lot of these POPO, the JCF or JDF, military or police, there is not a stringent vetting process for who the applicants are, who apply, and who actually gets job to pretty much reinforce security in Jamaica. You don't know the criminal different from the police. You don't know the difference between the security and the police or the JDF. Well, the difference is in the pay scale. What we don't understand are there's two things that is playing or interplay here. Is that a lot of these POPO, whenever them get kicked out of the force for some sorts of violation, some sorts of crooked acts, then they turn security guards. Not going to say that this is the case in this case or the both cases in a Portmore. Because the security company need people, need a few good men, women, and them know, so, well, at least these people have on-the-job training in a some sorts of security. After all, they used to be POPO. So it's better to use them even though them record shaky. And you would think that a security company is going to do some sorts of background check and realize that maybe these persons don't really check out. But then again, like me said, this is Jamaica. It seems as if anything goes. A lot of times, a lot of these new generation, even just Jamaican on a whole, they don't like any sorts of job unless there's some sorts of hustle. And even if they are not hustling on the job, them have some sorts of side hustle. So therefore, them have the legitimate along with the illegitimate. Now, I don't know the circumstances as to which this youth lost his life because the POPO didn't say, and obviously I don't know him personally. However, when somebody gets sprayed up with bullets, unless it is mistaken identity, the fact that he is from Montego Bay, and I understand that you could be from Montego Bay and work with a company that have offices in a Kingston or Spanish Town. But me just say, the likely possibility, something seems kind of weird, something seems kind of creepy. In my opinion, me just say, I wonder if this man talk or this man have something to do with these people getting busted or just some other lottery scamming, some other criminal activity. Well, it has to be something. Well, people lose their life randomly. You know, I talk about people that are innocent. But me just say, there's too much coincidence. The sequence of things seem very strange in my eyes. Point blank and period.
See that taxi, yeah? That carrier, the boy who drive a carrier tried to take away a woman a while ago. Right on Hope Road, cross and Devon House. Police didn't take him and gone with him a while ago. Through the window, the woman had to jump a while ago. Traveler taxi. Through the window, the man jump a while ago and get to it. Police hold him a while ago and gone with him. Look on the license plate. PM 4586. Traveler taxi.
Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the kidnapping it continues once again. It seems as if these popo JCF, them don't know how to carry through anything. Everything is pretty much a 9-day attack. As soon as couple women get taken away, lose them life, which they have been, then them come out almost like a task force and them check the taxi. Them claim say they are going to put into play amendments in which them have uniform, them have badge and all of this stuff. Now all of these stuff, you don't need to be any sorts of rocket scientist to do it, but we understand so we have crackheads running the place, the land of negligence and incompetence. So therefore they are doing what we actually expected them to do. Now in this case, we see this lady, not the average woman out there, gangster kind of ish. She had the will to survive, she had the strength, she had the galls, the balls, the intestinal fortitude, the backbone, to jump through the window to save her life. She told herself, it is damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's better something run over me, it's better something take me away, than me to DIE my dignity and pride, because who knows what is going to happen. That situation might be worse. I am sure that this lady has seen many videos, many instances on the news, social media, in her real life in which young ladies specifically are taken away, and we've never heard from them again or them find them swell up in some sorts of place. RAPED, all sorts of violation. So this lady managed to save herself. Just imagine the average lady out there in Jamaica when this happened, especially if more than one person in there, and I am assuming that maybe more than one person was in this vehicle, because these people usually act together like some sorts of team. Don't know the specifics, but just as I said, regularly. Just imagine what would have happened if this lady panicked, if this lady did fraidy like the average person. So just imagine how many other person this person or his friends and group might have taken away and might have jumped over them fence, might have killed. A lot of persons are missing on a daily basis in Jamaica where we don't even hear about because the family them don't file any sorts of reports. This is my recommendation to the JCF. Whenever you get people like these are not supposed to fall in the carry-go-in category. They are supposed to fall in whole court right upon the points, meaning be the judge, the jury, and more specifically, most importantly, the executioner. Don't take them to court and waste taxpayers' money and time. Do the right thing, or they're going to come out and do the wrong thing once again. You do not want that. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on an article that was put out by the JCF, saying that a very influential person in a steer town was caught up a couple of times. He was standing by his gates when some people roll up, blaze him up. After the smoke cleared, the poor residents heard the loud explosion when them come on the spot. This man was pretty much riddled. He was taken to the hospital. He did not lose his life at the time. Maybe something can change between the time you hear this and now. Now, people, here's the thing. When you hear the poor make report and them say this person is influential, but they fail to give the names. However, whenever there's any sorts of mass pie outs, them give intricate details of everybody's name, including Little Pitney. So it seems as if these people have more privacy rights, meaning suspect, meaning criminal elements. Because based on what they are saying, they are doing investigation, they are looking into a couple of suspects, and they are doing everything within their means and will to prevent any sorts of reprisal. So we can come to the logical conclusion based on the following statements that they are making sure there is no sorts of reprisal and they have a couple of suspects. When they say a very influential person, they mean of the gang type. Just like how them call the Don community leader, maybe influential person is the same thing as influencer. Influencer of crime. Don't understand the concept, don't understand why it seems as if the criminal have more privacy than the victims, but people, this is the JCF, this is Jamaica. Just expect the unexpected, abnormal to become the normal. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.